Alright guys, welcome back. So it's been a while. SOUNHound, SOUN, today 6% down with overall market pulling back a little bit as well. So $9.56. So what I'm watching from here, both to the upside and downside. So this is a daily chart of SOUN. And if you take a look at the last OPEX to OPEX, meaning from the expiration of February to the expiration of March, this stock hasn't done anything. It has spent that basically month pretty much in a consolidation area by killing a lot of premium. So if you were directional, if you had calls, let's say saying that this gonna run up to 12, or if you had puts that it would track below 200 and go lower, it didn't do that. So this is the nature of the market, and stocks tend to do that, especially after moving before pretty good to the upside or downside. And this is the chart. Okay, so this is a different chart of SOUN where I'm showing you exactly what happened during that OPEX. So this is a monthly chart, but it's just measures from previous option expiration, which is from the end of third week each month to the end of next, pretty much from third week to third Friday to third Friday of the third Monday. Fourth Monday to fourth Monday of the month. So, and you can see what it has done in the last 4 months. If you look at it from OPEX to OPEX, it has been negative, but usually what stocks tend to do after moving like this, whether to the upside or to the downside during those months, is it does spend in a consolidation area, just like it has done if you take a look at it in the past, up until there's some sort of a catalyst or stock tries to get back above certain key level. In this case, where we had a $24 rally, $25 rally, where it did break out of this $9 previous high, and this is the area. It's basically 950-ish. That's what I'm watching, acting as an area of support. So what it can do is, there are three scenarios here, right? Any stock in the market literally can chop around, move sideways. It can go up or it can come down. So it can absolutely do something like this, stay in the range, but again, it will depend what overall market is going to do. So if market does try to push higher, and pretty much we put higher highs, sure, I will be watching as a resistance areas. So these are the levels. 1050, I will be watching 12, and then you can see I have this blue line right here. This was the gap fill area I was watching. So we're essentially, when NVIDIA filed that F13, this is the gap we created. Essentially from 14, it came down all the way to 11. And ever since, it hasn't pretty much even attempted to rally higher. So this is the reaction day after NVIDIA. And even after earnings, we haven't pretty much closed above this level for a month. So this is your upside potentials. So if it wants to go higher, this would be my max point. After that, I would be looking for a rollover. Okay, so to the downside again, also, I'm not trying to be somebody who goes and pretty much picks a direction where stock sitting in the range. I have some alerts. So essentially what I'm saying is, what I'm looking for is, take out of this $8.74 or $8.20, but you can see this red line on my chart represents 200-day moving average. So stock at the moment, if I bring up all of the moving averages that I look at, which is 50-day right here at $12, 5-day, 20-day, stock was hovering around these levels. So if it builds above these, 950, 970, sure, it had a possibility of running towards 12. But if it doesn't happen, since now option expiration is over, so now if it wants to move, this is the time. Up until April, it can move either to the downside or upside. So to the downside, this is my area. I have an alert as well, somewhere around 850. So if it goes below these $850 levels, I would be looking for the next level of support somewhere around $6. So these are the two areas, and at the same time, I want to show you. I don't want to be too. I don't want to talk about this one too much. Talk about the SoundHound. There's pretty much not much happening in terms of option activity, but in terms of short activity, you can see there's a lot of shorts daily trying to short this name. So if you are somebody who's watching for a squeeze, well, you need the stock essentially clear above 1050 for it to get going towards 12. Some sort of a squeeze out those people. But if it cracks that level, well, then no good. It can go all the way to $6. So shorts are pretty active, especially last 10 trading sessions. In terms of the borrowing rates, I didn't check it, but yeah, there's plenty of shares available to borrow. In terms of outstanding short as a whole, and market capitalization 3.8 billion, so 33% of the float, 33 from 360 million. That's large number of shares short, okay, outstanding short float. So that's what I'm watching for SOUN. I'm not looking at the overall option activity because there were a lot of people selling calls and puts in the previous OPEX to OPEX, essentially from 21st of February up until the expiration of 21st of March. So now, well, today we can take a look at just today's put to call ratio. 13,000 puts traded and 27,000 calls traded. 45% of that volume selling, so pretty much bidding, pretty much sold at the bid, meaning people were bearish calls and people were bullish puts. 58% of the volume, again, this is very tiny volume for the stock. I mean, as a whole, it has come down significantly, and people are pretty much buying puts. So, and I would agree that the stock could go towards the $6 levels. If it goes below 850, essentially it loses its 200-day moving average. Will it happen or not? I'm not going to be guessing. I have set my alerts both to the upside and downside. Well, to the upside, I'm not interested. I would let it fill the gap. And again, I would watch it to the downside because there's a lot of people holding the back here from its highs. This stock is down, well, let's measure again, 50-something percent. Still, okay, 61% at this price. So there's a lot of back holders upside, above. So any price movement to the upside, those people would be putting selling pressure. So again, if IWM does go lower and overall market goes lower, sure, these stocks will be the ones will get hit hard more. Again, it may not happen fast, but it will slowly just grind its way down to these levels. So that's my update for SOUN. It's been a while, but I'll be pretty much uploading these videos regularly now. So I was kind of busy. So that's the update. That's what I'm watching. Not a financial advice, not a buy or sell recommendation, purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Peace.